welcome into this fun, well, maybe not fun, depends on your mood, I guess. For me, it's fun. Pick a pile for yes and no's, slash a few odd one outs that aren't yes or no. But I'll try and get a yes or no, probably, or random messages too. We'll just see what comes through, but mainly this is supposed to be a yes or no reading. So, I feel like I don't need to say much. That could be a message for the collective here too. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, because there are so many, I feel like there could be a slight feeling of it being harder to choose. I don't think this is maybe that. I just want to do it all again, and if that helps, that could help. If it helps, it would help, wouldn't it? Just because the voice, sometimes it can denote the different piles for selecting. Okay, I don't know why I'm trailing off there. Okay, we'll do it again. So 1, 2, 3. I feel like joking around saying them now. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. Fun. Okay, see you at your piles. This is gonna be a long line. Bam, bam, bam. I wonder how long they'll be. I wonder if it'll get dark by the time I finish. Like my brain will have become dark because of all these different energies. I don't know, maybe I'll just like read no and then be like, okay, next pile. Maybe it depends on the pile. Okay. A collective reading? No! Oh, maybe that's the collective's answer. No. Okay. Welcome in, pile number 1. Let's unveil your card. You have yes, and it's like a little small yes. Ooh, I'm feeling this is darker than it seems. It's like a glistening kind of dark. Some of you, it's like taking apart something that is really special and finding that each part of it is just as special as the whole thing. Some of you taking apart is really kind of invigorating, or this is like a darkness that is deep and appealing. I think this could be unexpected, just because there's like an aura of like, I feel like this shouldn't be what it seems, or like it's a yes, and it's not a wavering yes either. It's very much a yes, and I'm seeing a circle around it too. It's like I'd sign off on this. I'm not saying that as me and when the reader of this, but I'm feeling like that's the energy surrounding this. It's like they'd sign off on this if this was someone else. This could be something where it's like don't be fooled by appearances. Like, something about the letter E is significant too, and I didn't finish my sentence, but that's okay. 444 on the timer. Yes, I just think it's a strong yet subtle, kind of subtle, yes. It's like, how on earth is this subtle? It doesn't feel subtle in the slightest. I feel like it's almost like a a shyness maybe coming through from you, but the truth isn't shy. That's what it feels like. I just keep feeling like a darkness, but like a juicy kind of darkness. Alluring. Okay, pile number 1. I think I'm gonna end your reading there. Shall we get... Oh no, okay, I'm gonna end it there, because if I get too into each one, then I'll be too carried away. I feel like that could have to do with your reading too. Like, there might be somewhat of a restriction around this just because of like being able to get carried away with it. So it's like needing to hold oneself back. Okay, pile number 2. Welcome in, pile number 2. I kind of needed to burp with your pile, and my voice kind of went croaky then. There's a bit of like a wariness here, like looking behind one's back, or like looking around. There's maybe eagerness. So your card is a process feelings, then try again. Yeah, that feels like it fits for you, because there's somewhat of like a distractedness or a feeling of like not quite. So, okay, I will get a card for you. I just hold pile 1. Like, I'm not gonna get cards. So it could be something about, again, like trying again, or changing your mind, or something in this situation changing its mind. It could be something of a process too. Like, this could mean like process your feelings right now and then ask again, and then pick a pile based off where you're energetically at then. Or it could also just mean a lot of there's somewhat of a processing this is going through, or waiting period, or just like things haven't grounded yet, but that doesn't mean that they're not true. Yeah, trying again. Every one of these single words feels like they could fit for you. Process, feelings, then, try, and again. Like, all separately. Circle. This is like a purity feeling. It's a feeling of like everything in its place and nothing cannot be here. It kind of makes me feel like trust your feelings. Trust your feelings. Also, there's a sense of, if it is like a yes or no you're looking for, I feel like it would be more on the side of yes. Like with circle, I feel like that can be taken as like an A-okay, but also it's making me think of going round in circles. There's like a shyness to this in like a sensitive way. I feel like you might like a mighty touch that could be significant. Yeah, I just feel like it's not a yes or a no. It kind of is, but I'm feeling like it's more not, just because of a nervousness. Yeah, ask in a bit is it's like the answer for half of you. The other half of you, it's like you already got your answer, I think, from the things I've already said. I felt like some of you were like, no, keep doing more. But that kind of feels like that energy too, again, like keep doing more. That would be your answer. Back of the deck is integration. Definitely let this simmer. Let this simmer. What? Process, yeah. It's like, don't jump the gun. Let it take its time. Discernment. The frequency of discernment supports our ability to view the world and the people around us from a place of inner balance and detachment, yet with compassion and wisdom. Yeah, that just, to me, makes me think of not trying to get a decision on this, but taking a more objective view. Oh, that's so circle too. It's taking on a... Okay. I feel like I should delete everything I just said before. This is totally, like, use your wisdom more, because your feelings might be getting in the way of you seeing this clearly. Yeah. Because discernment and circle are both objectivity, and integration goes with the process feelings. Like, allow yourself to clear, to cleanse. Yeah, there's definitely a need of cleansing here. Okay, that's your reading. See ya. And releasing, yeah, because I wanted a burp at the start and at the end of your reading. Okay. Welcome in, pile 3. Ooh, I'm like a sweet, happy, excited for this. It's giving me a lot of child energy. Maybe your favorite thing as a child could have to do with this, or it's a feeling of like it's a child's birth, like the evening before their birthday, or maybe like the birthday morning. But it's like a really delicate feeling. Yeah, very, very delicate. It's like I don't want to speak too loudly. I don't want to disturb the love. The love. Yeah, oh, there's a lot of really sweet love. I'm seeing a light pink. So your card is neither, which is interesting because it also came up upside down. So it's neither a yes or a no. Or you can apply that to your situation more in a different way if you feel like the word neither fits. Neither here nor there. I feel like this is like a little confusing. I think some of you may have been searching for a problem where there was none, or your answer is to go with the option, go with the way that feels like it just doesn't disturb what love you have, because there feels like such a sweetness here. It's making me feel like, why would you want to change this? Are you wanting to change something? Yeah, somehow this isn't a yes or a no. I'm gonna get a couple more cards for you. Oh, also runes, maybe. It's also giving like a tiptoeing around something, but it's like tiptoeing around a baby sleeping, so it's like, whereas some kinds of tiptoeing could be like, because you don't want to walk on eggshells because someone else has insecurities. This is like, no, there's just a baby sleeping. Like, we don't want to walk on eggshells to like wake the baby, which is from love. Future is at the back of the deck, but it was in reverse, and neither was in reverse too, which I don't really understand. Some of you also had already found your answer before coming, and then it's like you were trying to ask something that would have that is disturbing the peace you've already found within yourself. So it doesn't have to do with your like circumstance, it's more to do with the internal state you'd come to. Is there really something about like treading lightly here? Because I found myself like not wanting to make noise with my chair too. It's like treading like on the floorboards and trying to not make them squeak. Angels could be really significant for you. What is it about the future but not really the future? Because that didn't even really, it's like that card didn't even come out. If you were asking if this is like a yes or a no for the future, it's maybe this isn't even in your future, or it's like a completely out of the box answer. I feel like you could go like way into space or into like a type of reality that you haven't comprehended of. There could be like somewhat of like a seed that you're protecting. Something about a spread, maybe ravens, maybe... Let's use these cards. Maybe maybe we'll use these cards. This isn't like a wavering energy either, though. It's not like a maybe. We do have a maybe card in this selection. This is definitely like a particular answer. It's not wavering, but I just, yes, it's not yes or no. Jumping frogs. I also have a both card, and that's not this. Yet reality at the back of the deck makes me think that this is more... I heard the word subjective, but I wanted to say more like... It's like a possibility, or... It just makes me think of something that you haven't yet experienced, or like something that you'd it's just like... Yeah, it kind of does give me something you'd rather, or something... It's not really that. I don't know why it's not that, though. Is that what you're feeling? Like, I don't know why it's not this or this. And the reason is because there's something else. Or you don't really want either. Jumping frogs. What energy is that? It's making me think of like a ballet or some sort of like it's like a dance that weaves in and out of one another. It's like multiple components that all thread together in like a beautiful symphony. Something that feels really elegant, and I still am in this speaking of like really delicate or quiet. It's not so much quiet as it is delicate, I think. Like, be gentle. Okay, yeah, that's where I'm gonna leave your reading. Pile 3. Bye-bye. Part 4. These are really fun. Welcome in, pile 4. Both is your answer. I feel like you're raring, you're ready to go. And I love that for both, because it's like, not just one, I want 2. Okay, that could actually be the answer, because I was thinking for a moment then, oh yeah, both, I wrote this intending it to be like, it's both yes and no. But I think for you, it's more like, no, choose the multiple option. Choose to not limit. Choose to like go all out, or to like not restrict what you can have or what you want. This feels grand. This feels big. This kind of feels like something I wouldn't click on a yes or no reading about. Like, it feels like life-altering. Exciting. Let's get cards. Yeah, there's such like a... I'm so ready for this feeling. Interesting. I just thought to say, even if you don't think that this is true, it so is, or something along those lines. But then I was like, you know what? I don't care about saying the, like, even if you don't think part. And so there's an energy that your pile has of, like, not holding back and not, like, voicing insecurities. It's like it's not the not voicing them. It's more like not following your fears. It's like choose that which is like heart opening, heart expanding. It's not just like opening. I think that sounds too demure, too delicate. This is more of like a vroom, 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 vroom. And that makes me want to get a character card for you. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, there's so much energy. Choose the energy option if this is options. Mouse. Oh, that's so cute and tiny though. Mouse. It could be something. I think that this is like yes, like kakase. There's something about your intelligence, I feel like, that is on the line. something surrounding possibly communication, but I think it's more to do with your mind and that which excites you, that which feels possibly inventive. Hahaaa is from Nichijo, she's an inventor. And interesting, the back of the deck is Cecilia, who is a robot. She's not the robot that Hahaaa has created, though Hahaaa has created a robot. So cool synchronicities. That's another one for you. Follow the synchronicities for this situation. I'm gonna reposition myself, which I wouldn't have expected for your reading, because yours feels like it knows what it's doing. But there's a bit of like there's a strong playfulness here for sure, which is making me think of also being open to new ways, or just like open in some degree. Something about freedom is very strong for you, I think, but it's like freedom within regulations. It's like you want to be able to rest, so it's like not doing all your inventions like in your backyard or something. It's like having a designated place of work so that when you get into that room, it's like, okay, now I can relax. Or maybe it's like locking the door so then you don't have to think about anyone coming in. It's like, okay, now I have my safe space to go wild. And you can take that metaphorically, of course. Yeah, there's something about following your joy, following what excites you. Maybe like a keen ear too. I just think communication or your mind. I think it went back. Yeah, it could be both. Communication and your mind. Yeah, both. It's definitely both. Okay, yeah, that's it for your little reading. I'm loving these little readings, and I'm feeling specifically like mentioning that in your pile. So there's something about like a lot of love here, but it's more of like a loving passion, I guess. I didn't want to narrow it down, which again feels like you're reading both. Don't narrow it down. You can have the world. I wanted to say like a term of endearment then. Like my love, or my child, or my darling, or my my human. My human, you can have the world. Okay, bye-bye. I loved your energy. Pile number 5. Welcome in, pile 5. Is there a bit of pessimism here? Because I kind of felt an essence of like, oh no, I'm going to have to start counting soon. Or is there like an anxiety about something that's about to happen? Or that you're going to have to do soon? Or you don't want to do something? Do you already know the answer you want? I feel like of all the 4 readings I've done, I think of all the many readings that will be to come and the ones I've done, this one feels like one where you already know what answer you want. So I'm going to give you the option now to click off the reading and trust your own gut if you don't want to be basing this off anyone else but your own feelings, your own desires. I'm watching there's there's a border collie chasing the sheep around the field in front of me. That could be significant, but I think the part that's specific for you is that like they just got cut off from like the rest of the herd, like 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5 white and 1 black sheep. So black sheep could be significant here. Maybe you feel like the black sheep. That kind of fits the color 5. The color 5. I love that. I did also with that. I'm like procrastinating turning this over. Are you doing that? It's like something you don't want to face, but you know you really do. Deep, maybe really deep down. I feel like it's not that deep down. I forgot what I was saying before, but I got out another message anyway. Okay, let's do this thing. Shall we rip the band-aid off? It's no. It's no, but it's a happy no. Some of you felt so relieved by that. Oh my goodness, pile number 5. Who are you? What are you doing? So yeah, it's no with an exclamation mark, a sun, possibly a sun rising, and a big smiley face. Okay. Let's get a couple cards for you. Ooh, just one. Ooh, well, allowance, but also acceptance could be possible. I'm hearing allowance like my allowance, like, what do you call that? Like a child's money, or I guess a non-child's money. So the card you got was third eye chakra, the number 6. Oh, there could be something in pile 6, but I won't say that, so I didn't erase it from your mind. That could be significant with this being the third eye chakra, which can correlate with the mind, like something erasing, or just maybe the ability to see that which is not there. It could also be other people trying to erase something from your mind and you having a clarity on that. There's something that you see, and I feel like even looking up more about the third eye chakra could, unless of course you're very well versed in it and you know what meaning it has for you, but I feel like even for some of you, if you feel like a niggle of wanting to look up maybe in a specific place, or maybe a book you have around the third eye chakra, there could be something about that then jumps out to you. Yeah, my third eye is also like tingling now. There's something that you know, you can trust your intuition with this. Something that you know, exclamation mark. Okay, that's it with your mini reading, pile number 5. Bye bye. Pile number 6. But there are definitely some number 5ers here because there's an anxiety. Welcome in, pile number 6. Are you cleaning, or are you... It's like you're trying to cut all the corners perfectly before beginning. That's what it feels like. Or someone in this situation is. Or something. Can something cut? Wow. We have no... It's an exaggerated no. Some of you are laughing, or like there's... What is that feeling? It's not a normal kind of laugh, I want to say. It's like an, oh, of course it wasn't, or... Kind of confused. Let's understand what this no is about. Zigzagging could be important. I feel like there's something about an outline that is important. So we have Cosier, who's a teacher. There's a strong masculine energy here. Even though it's like Cosier is so gloopy. What is this? I knew that card was gonna come out. There's definitely some pile 5s here because of like premonition feeling. Seeing what was about to happen. Okay, Cosier is called, is like a death teacher, and transition is often speaking to death, or like an in-between. I was thinking of like transitioning, so that could be applicable here. I feel like that's it, but it's weirding me out. I also didn't get runes for that pile I said I was going to. I feel like there's so much that isn't yours in this reading. Like it's so muddled and goopily. Let's get a rune or 2 or 4. 4. We have Perthro. Perthro. Uruz. Bacana. Oh, I love a good bacana. I never get that guy. Just made me think of banana. And this is yellow. His arm kind of looks like a banana. And Tiwaz. Or Tewaz. Okay. I'm getting like a strong sense of dedicating yourself like to your own truth. A feeling of like a massive shake-up something where you don't want to compromise your own values, something where you may appear to be the villain, but you're standing for what you really believe in. I feel like there's something that's really important to you. I feel this in my heart. Something that you already know you want to do, or something that you already know or feel strongly about. And perhaps there are others who are kind of getting in the way of this, or that you're fearing their reaction, or like somewhat of like a disconnect with others that could be here. The word applicable could be applicable. Could fit here a lot, because I wanted to say it a second time, but I was afraid of saying it a second time, which makes me think there's a fear of change here, or a fear of repetition, or just a fear of like standing your ground or making a statement. It's like a feeling of there's something in your bones that you know or that you want, and it feels like a refresh or like a renewal energy, but it doesn't. It feels so true to you that it feels more like a returning home feeling, or like a softening to your true self. Yeah, I feel like you definitely already know with this. And I feel like I almost want to say there shouldn't be leeway with this, because this is so strongly in your, like, either the makeup of who you are, or this is so strongly a desire of yours. There's a call to not compromise. I kind of feel like that's what that no is about, not compromising on your values. Yeah, despite maybe the I heard like onlookers, or oh my goodness, the baby lamb. There's a new lamb in the field in front of me, and it's so tiny and it's running beside its mama. Oh, and the mama just like checked up on him. Look to the right of him. Oh my goodness, too cute. I don't know how that applies here. It's just a feeling of love. Okay, with that, I'm wanting to say, I don't really believe in the percentages that this is coming out in, but for phrase's sake, for as many people as there are that won't understand this or won't agree with this, there are so many more that will. So much love is here. It's a feeling of, that feeling that you have connected with this. It's shared by so many. Some of you, this is important that it's more like it's just shared by those involved. But I think that even there could be a lot of others who are involved in this that won't agree, or that this could hurt. But it's all for what you feel is true. Yeah, okay, that is your reading. Pile number 6. Much love to you. You're the only pile I've said that to, I think, so far. So there's a lot of love here. I feel like it's specifically about yourself, love for yourself, and actions that reflect that. Okay, so that was 6. We've got number 7. Welcome in, number 7. Your card is up to you. Yes, so this is something that isn't already denoted, and there's more leeway here than for some of you than you'd like, for others of you then, yeah, I think that's it actually, for most of you. Okay, we have transition. Changing from one thing to another, being in between worlds or in between decisions too. I feel like this is a sense of incorporating both. This feels like maybe you'd want to stay in this energy, like there's a sense of connecting to a strong sense of love that isn't tangible, or that is more like not applicable again. Some of you are pile 6s, I can feel it. Well, there's also the same card popped up. So there could be something about like, yes, you can trust your gut in this situation, but more than that, you can trust like everything that's reflecting that to you. It's like I didn't just feel that there were pile 6s here, but I could see it. Or like I realized after saying that I felt it, that it was reflected in the external too. So there's something strong about your own love being reflected to you. And I'm seeing that to you also. And up makes me think of like up. I heard in the Nen. Some of you might resonate with the concept of heaven. If so, that's coming through like a connection to heaven. Others of you, this is in other ways of spirit that you are strongly connected to, surrounding that which you love. I feel like it's important how there are flowers and kind of leaves on this card. It's making me think that the flowers are fresh, but the leaves are dying. I think for a lot of you, this has to do with that which is no longer in the same state as it once was, but there's a connection to it still. There's a love still here. For some of you, despite not really understanding or despite not having a full grasp on what this is, you still feel it strongly, or you still feel it. You feel connected. Some of you, it's more like inner memory. Let's get some more cards. Woo! We have sacral chakra. How do you feel about this? And we have universal love at the back of the deck, which is basically this card. This is my unconditional love. So we'll read universal love. The frequency of universal love activates a connection we feel to each other, to our planet, and to the whole of existence itself. So the card you got was sacral chakra. I'm feeling like there could have been something you didn't get that you now are getting. I'm gonna get some body cards, but maybe this has to do with your body. I'd say for sure your emotional body. Okay, we have leg. That's making me think of like Stairway to Heaven, or like it's so expansive, it's so joining. There could be something about lengthening here, like being able to reach. This is reachable, or you are reachable. Also the number 2, this could have to do with relationships. Here we have 2, and also this looks like a 2, but in tally, and this looks like a 2 in normal numbers. So there's like one of each here, like everything is being represented, like the word, the number, and then the other form. Whoa. Something just fell over. My second book just fell over. Okay. One of my books fell over in like another reading the other day, but now the second one has fallen over. So the number 2 feels so significant for you. Birthmark. That just makes me think of like something that is so true to you. Like has to do with the way you were at birth. Palm. Or like an imprint that your birth had on you. Birthmark, palm. Palmistry makes me think of like it's written in stone, or it's written on your body. Beard. This could have to do with your own sense of wisdom. I was wanting to say belonging then, but I don't know why that was to do with beard. I'm kind of seeing like be heard too. I want to get another card for you also, and dimples. Perhaps also thumb. Something about that is standing out to me about how like the palm is separate from the thumb. I'm not sure what that means, but that will be for someone. I want to get like all the cards for you. You deserve the world. There's like drawing things in from all places. And we have Koro Sensei. Which fits with the transition and also the pile before this one. So much love here. Love in death. I heard a couple things then. We have Cosier at the back of the deck. And where are my animal cards? There they are. Pile 7. It's like once you say the number, then you'll get it. That's what it feels like. Vulture. Vulture is making me think of like the natural essence of you, what inspires you. I'll read the sacral chakra too, because the sun was speaking to me on that. And also the vulture being a creature that feeds on the dead. There's more about death here, or like connectivity to that which is not always apparent. The frequency of the sacral chakra, the orange flower of life, supports our ability to flow with our desires and stimulates our creative power to manifest success and abundance in our lives. This could have to do with creating that is with spirit. It's like connecting your fertility with that of the stars, or that of like another version of yourself, or another version of creation. It's like something that you can tap into that isn't really yours, but feels like it becomes yours, or something about like reaching higher than before, or allowing yourself, allowing your true nature. What I was going to say about the vultures was, I think, insignificant, and the significant part was the death part, the connectivity to ether or spirit, the less alive. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna leave your reading there. Pile number 7. Yeah, your pile number 7 too. It's very internal seeking, or very like a wise feeling. I didn't get anything from dimples, I think. Dimples just makes me think of like a joy that you have, like an inspiration that you have, something that you want to live through, that is also a skill, or also like a natural way for you to be, or something that you're naturally able with, something that you naturally flow with. I think that's the best way to phrase it. Okay, number 8. Number 8, you have yes. It kind of came like upside down, but the way I'm seeing this is like it came on a slide. And with that, I'm hearing like it came on a silver platter. Okay, I'm wanting to say if it doesn't come on a silver platter, then it's a no. And this is like a hard yes though. So it's like, if it's in your face, then yes, but otherwise no. Like if you can really see that this is a yes, then it's like a almighty yes. But otherwise, are you really seeing what you want to be seeing? get. That wasn't shuffling, which makes me think again of like, if it's unsure, then it's a no. I'm not going to use that deck because it was only like sort of giving me something. Like either you give me the cards or not. I'm not going to try and like weed them out of you. Lynx. Oh, that's interesting. Because lynx is so observant and it doesn't really need the catch is what... It's not true. It needs to eat, but... Okay, I think that's the mindset you've been in. A feeling of like, oh, I don't really need to eat, or like I love from a distance. That's this feeling. And your answer is tapping into the fact that you do need food. Even if you enjoy being close from all ranges, or you enjoy the chase, or you don't mind distance, there's a feeling of actually, is that true? Or is that just kind of maybe compared to others? Or is that just a condition you've been putting up with? Or like, what is the real truth of this? This is about meeting your needs and what you truly want. Like, what's your ideal? And are you settling for something that isn't your ideal? Yeah, that is it. That is your mini reading. Pile number 8. Yeah, 8 too is such a powerful number. It's not one to be sidelined. If you're being sidelined, then that's not what the yes is for. It's so glowing and golden. I love it. Okay, pile number 9. I almost brought in pile number 10 then. Something about the corners is significant, but also the center, and also every other part. Okay, so we have yes with a sad face, which so fits because there are so many different faces on this. Like, they're different degrees is what I'm thinking. And that felt like the same message from before of like, it's the corner, but also the middle, but also every other part. Let's use this deck for you to get some extras. I will say for some of you, I feel like you were unsure about how to word your question. And so hopefully this part, and so some of you, it may have been no, but it's like, if there are sad faces, it's like, yeah, okay, now I know which one it is because of something else. That could be significant for your message. It's like a process of elimination. It's like, I know what the answer is because it's not this, or because this, and this. There's a sense of using logic with you, not getting too swept up in your emotions, or the emotions of others, since there are so many faces in this. Yeah, and not even looking at the, like, that they're sad, because I think that it's more about the fact that there are more faces in this, and they're varying in degrees. And you might want to take that word faces for so many different things. It doesn't have to be people. There's such a range in all of your questions. I want to say, yeah, Polarians, it feels like that. There feels like so much technology here, and also a feeling of like, this is a very like specific question, or it's like very unique to you, or it gives me the vibe of someone who thought up a question that would be like the hardest to answer. Like like you didn't really want to know this, but you just kind of wanted to see what a reader would say about it, or like, haha, I bet you're not going to be able to to answer this one. It's something like that. That just might be surrounding the situation too, like I said about those others. That could be what other people are feeling. Like, there's just a sense of, like, does this really need to be this way? I'm seeing 2 red kites flying together. Okay, that feels very on point with Polarians. There could be a redo here, because the hawthorn tree, I spelt it wrong, and only noticed that I had spelt it wrong ages after, like ages. In all my older readings, you'll see that it's spelt wrong. I think this might be the first time it's popped up with the right spelling. So there's a freshness here, and a sense that everything coincides and goes together once things are in place, or a feeling of starting over without something. I feel like I'm gonna need more confirmation on this, but I feel like this could have to do with someone from your past, or someone that you've known a long time, or something that you've had a connection with that has been long lasting. But back of the deck is new guide, which feels like a new direction, or like letting this go. Yeah, there's a sadness to this. It's like a yes, but it's sad. That's the simple answer. It also could be that if it's not a yes or no for you, it's like the option that is sad is actually the one you're wanting. Empowerment. The frequency of empowerment supports our ability to show up fully and completely, uniting us with others in the deep trust that we are all connected through the same source. I think there's a sense of like long-lastingness here, but also perhaps like even revenge or due diligence. An example I'm being shown is when a story of like when a hawthorn tree was cut down and then the fairies got really angry about it, and they like haunted the children of the new like landowners or something until, I'm gonna say, the tree grew back stronger than ever before. That's what that empowerment feeling feels like. There's a sense that your answer is empowering, even if it is sad. The answer that you're really seeking. I feel like that reading that card again could be significant, so I'm going to hold it up. There you go. There's more to this that I'm not getting. I'm going to use a bird card for you. I quite like these quick readings. Which feels almost distasteful to say in your energy. Because I think this might not be something that was like quick. But I think that could be what this calls for. It's like, which is the quickest, or which is the easiest, or like what would bring you a sense of relief, even if it's like bringing other things that are kind of wonky, or like there was an unsureness surrounding this. Like what ultimately makes you feel like yourself. There's something strong about protection here. What makes you feel like you're protecting that which you really value? We have Marsh Harrier. Oh god, that fits so well. Something that fits so well. Also, God could be significant. I don't usually say that aloud or much. Or anymore. Okay, I think that word, anymore. Willow warbler. Yet not chiff chaff, eyeroll. There's a sense that this is difficult, but you want it. I feel like a lot of you have asked, or some of you have asked, like, do I let go of this? And the answer is yes, even though that's hard. Because of the balance that restores in yourself. I'm gonna quickly look up willow warbler. Oh no, I'm not. You know, I think that could be about willow, is why it might be coming up. But why in a bit? No, I am gonna look it up. I have my laptop in front of me. There could be something for you about taking your time with this, or doing like some sort of research. Or maybe you've already done your research, or like going with that which supports your research, supports yourself. It feels like what supports you. Marsh, Harrier, let's start with meaning. Some meaning. Could be like a not wanting to look at spirituality, because I didn't want to say spiritual meaning, even though that's what I typed. I just wanted to say meaning. The Marsh Harrier represents spiritual discernment, focus, adaptability, and resilience. Yeah, that feeling of discernment feels very applicable here. Applicable, I've used that in the third reading now. Okay, it feels like cutting through the crap or seeing the situation for the truth of it. It's like a harsh truth, this feels like. What was the word I had before? Yeah, this might be something that you've sat on for a while, or you've really come to, or you will come to, like a very solid answer, because it feels like this isn't something you can like dilly-dally through. This feels more serious and like it's changing a lot, or that it's just really important to you. Yeah, there's a call to trust yourself. Eyes on the prize is a phrase that I heard, but I had forgotten that for a while. So there could be a sense that you had forgotten what like mattered more to you. I'm feeling like highlighting to you. Eyes on the prize. Okay. And then we'll look at, what was this, willow warbler. Ba-doo-ba-doo. It says versus Chiff Chaff, which is at the back of this. Maybe we'll look up Chiff Chaff spiritual meaning after this. The willow warbler is a powerful spiritual symbol of joy, spring, and gentle persistence. Yeah, bringing like a renewal sense of gentleness. And that persistence feels so relevant here, because this could be something that's difficult for you. So it's like continuing to focus on that which does bring you joy. Continuing to focus on that which does feel fruitful in the long run. Or like it's nourishing. Or like it's bringing the spring that you've wanted. Okay, now let's look up Chiff Chaff. Chiff Chaff. The Chiff Chaff is a powerful spiritual symbol of renewal, resilience, and the arrival of hope. Primary as a harbinger of spring. I want to do... This is willow warbler. While the Chiff Chaff and willow warbler look nearly identical, olive green, small, and fast-moving, they carry distinct spiritual meanings based on their behavior and songs. Generally, both are considered messengers of spring, renewal, and the need for patience. Doop-doop-doo. Persistence, I feel like there's a call to be gentle. Something that maybe wasn't as soft as you wanted is showing you what you really do want, which is more of a sweetness, I think. More allowing you to surrender feeling. Okay, yeah, that's it for your reading. Pile number U9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, you are. I feel like that yes, you are was significant. Maybe Yeshua is a significant... That's a deity, I think. Yeshua. Okay, bye-bye. Pile 10. Welcome in, pile number 10. You have the interesting. Did you not want this one? I think your own discernment is important for this, but I also see like a little bit of joking, like like something that doesn't want to be seen, but is also like, see me, see me, see me, or something that's kind of like playing a game, like come catch me, or something that you're excited by, or that brings a sense of lightness to your life. It's a no, but it's like a happy no, or like a no that connects you to more. It's like anything that would be like sectioned off is not applicable here. Oh my goodness, the word applicable so many times in this video. Could there be something about so many times here? But even that, it's like I'm not even annoyed by that. I'm looking up the word ash, I mean the tree ash symbolism, because I've wanted to hone more in on that and I haven't been doing it. So there could have been a sense of procrastination here. And it's a fun feeling though. This definitely isn't a sad no. It feels very rejuvenating and like it's taking you places, and it's also bringing along something that you've liked from the past, because it's like I can't even see the entirety of the past. It's like a feeling of getting the parts you want to come with you and not the parts you don't want. Exclamation marks could be significant too, but I'm comparing that to another no that has a sun and a smiley face, and this doesn't have that. This doesn't have the sun or smiley face, but it's so much more fluid, it's so much more open and so much more adventurous. So with that too, it could be like this is mutable, it's not super fixed. It could even be that you were in between questions, or like you weren't like too fixated on the answer. It just feels like going with the flow and inviting expansion. It's more like forward movement, I think, than expansion. It's like going forwards. Okay, so I just typed in tree spiritual meaning, not ash tree. Trees in general could be significant for you then. Or there could be a sense of like forgetting what's important, forgetting yourself, or like something about names could be significant. Like I didn't type in the ash part, the part that made this specific. Okay, so the ash tree symbolizes strength, resilience, and connection to the divine, acting as a bridge between worlds. Yeah, this weaver of worlds. Yeah, this feels so much like that, weaving between the worlds, because of how this is not all showing on the left and not showing all on the right, which kind of makes it feel like it is in both. With that, there could be a sense of like the unseen is more seeable, or a questioning of what you are seeing. Like if the unseen is seen, then is the seen unseen? It is central to Norse mythology. Yggdrasil, the world tree, known for healing, protection, and wisdom in Celtic folklore. It is regarded as sacred, stabilizing, and highly respected tree, often used for wands and magical protective rituals. Bum-ba-dum-ba-dum. Ash tree. That feeling of connection to the divine feels very significant. Numbers 8 and 6 could also be significant. We have dynamic, and I almost read that as divine. This also feels so much like connecting. Yep, this is an answer of whatever is most connecting, or focusing on that which draws together so much. So we have dynamic. The frequency of dynamic supports our ability to harmonize between layers and aspects of different origin and frequency. Something about the word "and" could be significant too. It's like it's not one, but it's both, or it's not both, it's all. Or it's not all, it's like continuing to include more and more. It helps us to put together a reality that is made up of different elements, both familiar and completely new, with ease, grace, and great joy. That feels very, very... These both... They all flow completely together. This is an obvious answer. If you're, like, confused, I don't think this would be your reading, because it feels like such a togetherness. The frequency of perception supports our natural curiosity, moving us beyond our comfort zone to find the edges of what we perceive as real and take a good, hard, deep look at it. Yeah, like what I said about the seen and unseen, just changing that to the words real and unreal. I think I'll get one more card, but that might be it for your reading then. There also could be another answer on my channel, I feel called to to say, since this is basically saying Weaver of Worlds, and that's the name of the channel. Or other works of mine. And that could be the same for you. It's like something that is... It's true, but there's also more. So the card is resonance, we're the same. Yeah, this just feels like connecting all that is. There's no such thing as non-resonance, everything being complete. This also could be that you're connecting that which isn't complete. It's like healing that which is unhealed, or making known that which is unknown. Channeling could be significant here, or learning something and recreating from that which you have seen in other ways of being or forms. Collaboration feels important, whether that be with those you consider beings or those you consider essences. Yeah, that feels like this is, like, I could go so into this, but I'm not getting to do that, so I just think it's something that you yourself can go more deeply into, but that is a simple answer. So, see you. Bye-bye. It's like a seriousness with that. Okay. Welcome in. Pile number 11. Here, there, and everywhere. That's what this feels like. Dooba-dooba-dooba-doo. Yes. I feel like you already knew it was going to be a yes. And if you didn't, maybe it's not even your pile. I feel like that's not true, but that wanted to come through. So there could be a sense of, like, following where the trails are leading you, and even when that's not making sense, it's like it flows, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, something very fluid here. You feel like you're connected to a lot, and I've just got the rune Bacana for you. And let's get a couple cards. I feel like you're realizing what you want to do, or you're realizing that your own joy is significant in this, or something about the way in which you choose to progress, or that which is growing, that which is nurturing, that which is long-lasting, or drawing in information from that which is not fully seen as present. We have another universe. That would be something that isn't completely seen as present. This could have to do with aspects of yourself that you don't feel fully integrated with, and yet you are ever present with. This feels so simple, and yet I think it's very multi-layered, but not in like a logical way, just it feels so spiritual in feeling. Some of you are getting calls from something that's important. Getting the call, getting a call, getting calls. Others of you, it feels like you're letting go of a sort of darkness that you once carried with you. And you're doing it because you're seeing the other ways that this can be done. You're seeing what it could be. You're seeing that you're more your own frequency than that which could have been tugging on you. I feel like you might have been through a lot of darkness, and you're wanting something fresh. You're wanting more newness. Perhaps this is something that felt almost out of reach for you for a long time. I think you're really following your joy. You're prioritizing your own yes. I feel like for you the word yes is most significant. The others I was kind of picking up more on like the energies going on, and even though I feel like I kind of did that most with you, I feel like the word yes, it's like saying yes to life, saying yes to yourself, saying yes to what you want, and not backing down from that, and kind of a rewriting of your own history, a rewriting of your own foundation, your own body, showing your body what is safe when that might not have felt true for the majority of your life, or for other experiences you've had, or in other areas. This is definitely all centered around that which you're following, and that being your own joy, it seems. And just like a fruitfulness, there's a lot of like persistible energy. This is like a very much futuristic feeling. This isn't talking about just what you see in front of you. This is talking about so much more. This is talking about like all layers of reality, or all layers of yourself, or yeah, I think it's all layers of yourself that is long lasting. And I had looked up, and during your reading it was 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. The number 3 or 21 could also be significant for you. There could be something you're moving out of. It feels like you're moving out of a sort of survival mode. Yeah, the number 3. There's something you're wanting to create. And yes, it's long lasting. It can be if you want it to be. For some of you, it's not even like it can be. It's like, oh no, this definitely already is. The number 9 is at the back of the deck, and 71 also wants to pop through. This almost feels unfinished. And I wanted to hold upside down. There could be like a sense of your future felt blank and your past felt full, or like something, because it's making me think of something that should be the opposite way around. Like your future should be like the one where you've curated everything, and the past should be like it's not really built yet, but it's giving more of the opposite. You could even be finding things from your past lives where it's like you were a writer in a past life and you're finding the books that you've written. Or flip that around for the future, like you're aware of the books you're writing for future you, or you're tapped in with a sense of like grounding yourself deeper into your own vessel, or your own sanctity, or your own sanity. I feel like I could keep going with kind of crazy examples is what I'm wanting to say. You might have experienced a lot of out of the box things. You might feel like you're not even able to like express half of it in like weeks of non-stop conversation with someone. I think that word non-stop is significant here. It feels like you have an energy that just keeps on going. That's the answer here. An energy that keeps on going. Did I even say the other number cards are 1 and 15? I want to say something along the lines of you have this, or this is true. This 1 is drawing me to what this looks like as a 1 in the Another Universe card. There's something about where you ground yourself and what that connects you to, but not really like why it connects you to what it connects you to, more like how you're able to get to the same place from different places. I'm seeing yourself like as a gnome, and it's like where you choose to sit doesn't really change like what you're connecting to. It's like, say you're sat by the right of a tree and you point your gnome hat, which is like a pointed triangle, up to a certain star, which is like your home, and you feel that, and you draw that into that seat beside the tree on the right of the tree. That has a specific frequency, but it's like what you've been doing, or what this is talking about in some degree, is then moving to the left of another tree and pointing at that same star and drawing in that same energy, but it's a different frequency because of now where you're sat. There's something about the same but in a different way, but it's always the same. That's what makes it everlasting. But it's like we can't even comprehend what everlasting is if there's not a degree of like difference involved. I don't know if that will make sense. Some of you that clicked and others of you just disregard it. I think there's a sense of like allowing it to come in later. Yeah, okay, that's it for your reading. Pile number, you 11, right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, yes. Bye-bye. I'm gonna have to go pee now. I need to do a little wee. Like a little wee 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 wee. All the way back home. Gnomes kind of feel like 3 little pigs, don't they? I'm sorry, gnomes. Don't come after me for that. I love you. I'm loving these readings. These are so fun. Even more fun now that I don't have to pee. Something like about buttons. Okay, welcome in, pile number 12. There could be something about buttons. And also, your card is no. And also, there could be something about the word also. Like, in addition to something. I also feel like there's something that you deem as something very precious. Okay, this is to do with your own preciousness. Because I was going to focus this externally more on like something that you want more than you wanted to admit that you wanted, or just like something that you ended up realizing how much you wanted. But now it's like drawing that as opposed to outside of yourself, more to your own value. Or maybe this is just more hand in hand as opposed to like, is this or this? So the no card that you have is like a squiggly no. Ordinarily, I'd think of like a nervousness or like a sadness, but I'm not getting that here. I'm getting more of like a mutability that this no has. It's not fixed. It's not set in stone. But I think that it will become so. I feel like it's solidifying. Like I'm seeing it becoming fixed, but it isn't yet. So if you're experiencing something that you're wanting that is definitely not like secure as of now, but you see its possibility, or you still see it to a degree, this feels like that. This feels like that would be your reading. I feel like there's something in that. I'm not sure what that is. It's like an expression that I'm not quite fully understanding, and I think that has to do with love. The Hidarian card, it wanted to come out, but then I was like, no. I felt insecure about it. So there could be an insecurity surrounding this. And I think it's not something you want to admit, because I kind of glossed over that, or I didn't want that to be so. I think there's a sense of you being out of touch with love. Like, something only feels off to you because it's love, and you haven't experienced that in as pure of a way as this is presenting itself. Manted is at the back of the deck. Okay, so we have another universe, Earth, both of them kind of upside down. Everything is kind of jumbled here. Not jumbled, jumbled. There's a significant difference. And I think that that is the energy you have here. It's like there's a difference. There's a difference between the love that you have felt before and this love. There's something so special about this. I'm wanting to say that I want to cry in this energy. I'm not actually in that though. That's what's interesting. This feels like it would be my favorite reading. Like, you have home, you have 2 cards of love, you have another universe, which feels so special to me, and Earth, like a planet that I am currently living as, that I just adore. There could be something about like a sense of destiny or like purpose. What I'm getting from, or because of that, or I don't know, the way I got to that. There is confusion here, I want to definitely note. The way I got to that was because I think there could be something about expression too that feels difficult or just hard to understand, or just like why is this happening? There's like a feeling of being disconnected from that which you love. The Earth card made me say what I said because I was thinking about how I feel so connected to Earth. Like, I love Earth, and now I'm like shaking my head like I have no clue what I'm on about. I feel like maybe you don't know how to express what you're feeling or how special something is to you. It's like I could see it, but then it completely distorted when I tried to express it. I want to get some more cards for you, but I'm gonna instead use runes. I just want to hold you and hug you and tell you I love you. That's what this reading makes me want to do. Okay, we have Tastier. I wanted to call it a jug of love. Then we have Fehu, Algies, and Ingwas. Oh, that makes me want to cry. How many of you are crying? Okay. See, I feel like you might feel a pressure of time, or like ordinarily you would, but with this it's something that you want to really take more seriously. I'm in an essence of like, I can't half-ass this, or I want this to just feel like a full normal reading. I don't want this to be a quick like yes or no, in and out. I think that's the energy you're in. Like, you really find something precious and you don't want to let it pass you by. I think you're afraid of losing something, or you don't want something to be temporary. I'm seeing how this could apply to the previous pile, which was pile number 11, and that was so connected with home too, but it felt very much in its element. This one feels like it's connected to home, but not in its element. This one gives me a feeling of wanting to just grab onto that which I love and just never let go. Like, really holding it tightly. I feel like you can't, and I think that's the key here. I feel like there's a sense of asking why you feel, I heard neglected, or why you feel the way you do. I feel like you might be trying to avoid the truth of how you feel because you're trying to logicalize what is right or not, as opposed to moving with just your feelings or what you're wanting. I feel like you might have been taught in childhood to neglect your own feelings and to only use logic. As in, like, feelings can be okay, but only when they fit a certain box. Only when ... I'm gonna get a character card for you. Ah, you're my favourite pile. I feel like there's a favourite in here. Cayman. And at the back of the deck is John. There's such a favourite here. It's like you have your companion. I feel like you're seeking that which you really love. Okay, let's move these around. Okay. See, I just kind of feel in your energy like I can't logicalize anything, and this just has to be feeling. Because I already get the energy. I already get it. I think you already get something. But there's a feeling of maybe you wanting to continue to get reassurance or continue to like ask other people for directions when it's like none of them are you though. They don't know the extent of how you feel. They don't know what you know. They don't. Yeah, I think that's so significant for you. They don't know what you know. They haven't experienced what you've experienced. Some others may even call you delusional. I'm gonna move all these to the side. I feel like this no could even be a fear of yours. I'm definitely wanting to say in your reading to follow your own heart, not what any reader is telling you, or not what any friend or family or lover or pet. Maybe trust your pets. Not trusting anyone but yourself is what I want to say in this reading. So for that no, it's like that might have even just come through because like I just said, I think that could just be your own fear. But also what I said at the start was like just something that's wavering but not grounded yet. But what was the thing I was trying to get at? There's something like it's hard to express here, or it's like you don't even want to express. I think you just want to fall into this feeling, but there's somewhat of a resistance you have to it. I want so much for you. Like I want to just keep getting like all my cards. I want to bring in like all my favorite things and surround you by them. Also, I want to bring all your favorite things in and surround you by your favorite things. This is the back of the deck. Okay. That is reiterating what I was feeling. There's a sense of you feeling zipped up, and this is a call to unzip. I'm feeling like celebration is... what's this word? Within your reach. I'm not saying that like distance-wise or closeness. I'm saying... I want to ask like a rhetorical question of like, how is celebration possible if you yourself aren't considering it to be possible? Not considering, but if you yourself aren't saying yes with your full heart to something, then fill in the blank. I'm not sure what else to say, but I feel like that could be you. I feel like you don't know what else to say. But this isn't about actions. This feels like fully feeling, fully going internal with this as opposed to external. Because I feel like the external could be bugging you, or... I feel like the external is being a big fat meanie. Or a big skinny meanie, or a big... What's like twinkly dom? I don't know what that is. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. Okay. There's room, you see? See, at a first glance, we would not have been able to make this setup work without changing more, or without like disregarding some parts of yourself, or some parts of another, or some parts of the experience that this is, or thing that this is on about, including. But we made it work. You can be found. Oh, the song like You Will Be Found from Dear Evan Hansen is coming through. Okay, I'm I'm going to do a bit of sound healing. I feel like tapping into the essence of love is so apparent here. I feel like you feel so divinely led, and it's not really something that you can say no to. It's like it's wobbly because you try, but it just doesn't ground. I feel like I wanted to say again, it's like you've been allotted this. It feels like you've been handed this sense of like divine purpose, or like a soul knowing, like a soul love that you can't not do this or go towards this or them. It feels like this is written in my bones. This is my blood. This is my soul. Like, my soul is calling me. This is like an insatiable quest. I don't even want to call it desire, because I feel like maybe slightly that could be taken in more, I don't know, of like a primal way, but this feels so much more soul connected than that. Heart connected. It feels like this isn't something that's easy. It feels like this would take work, or this would take journeying. This would take trying. This would take becoming like more sure of yourself. Or it's like it would take like your intentions being seen. Or it would take certain things that I think you're afraid of. And that's the thing to focus on, I think. That's the thing to move through, as opposed to looking at whether something is possible or not. I think it's more of a case of, do you want to make this possible? Because I think that you know that you could really go for this. And I think the fear is what's holding you back. So this is more of a call to look into what your fears are, as opposed to like, if it's a yes towards the desire, because that's what this feels like it's reiterating to you. Like, you already know that you have such a desire for this, or you already know that something is so connected to the truth of you, and there's just something holding you back, is what this feels like. So yeah, that is your reading, pile number 12. An internal seeker you are. One with a goal, one with a direction you're wanting to go in. Where's my text one? There it is. Yeah, I feel like there's a real fear of like voicing or deciding that you do want this. Okay, there's so much to let go of. Like, there's so much anxiety, I think, surrounding this. I just want to keep staying in this reading with you. These are samosas too. Samosas could be significant. These are, oh, and Kaiman had a gyoza, so something to do with food. Full fat, like, I'm thinking of like, what do you call that when it's like loads of oil and you deep fat fry? It could be something about that. And I said the word fat, and then I changed it to skinny, so there could be something about fatness. Yeah, more to say on that? Number cards 24 and 9. Okay, my wonderful pile number 12. I really think that the pile before this could be significant for you. Okay, bye bye. I feel like you're still lingering. Get washing. I can't do it. I can't. Okay, I'm gonna stay with you. I feel like that's your energy. You feel like you can't do it. I'm not, though. That's it. That's it for your reading. I've said my bit. Go to other readings if you want more on this. I recognize this energy, so there's definitely more on my channel surrounding this energy if you're curious. Okay, bye bye. Pile number 13. It could be something about magic or misdirection. Or trying to misdirect. You have a wrong question. So get back to that pile selection and ask a different one. That's the simple answer. Now we'll get into the more detailed answer. Cards. Show me your hands. There could be a sense of like wanting to see someone else's hands before yours are shown. Like, let me see yours before I make a decision. Yeah, that could be what this is about. A sense of like using your own wisdom here. The back of the deck is Spirit Guide Me, which is basically me. Okay, interesting that I said that way. I feel like you're being called to lean on yourself and being called to kind of step up in how you view yourself, like seeing your own greatness. Because the way I said that was like me saying all that I am is the highest version of me. It just feels like I can't think of another phrase other than bigging yourself up. And I'm wanting to say it in a truthful way. It's like not placing things on you, but seeing the grandness of all that you are when everything falls away. That could be a fear of yours. Wee, jump out. Some of you are definitely here from the previous pile. Hello! Feel the different energy here though. Okay, we have earth. Green. Green could be significant. Also heart. Also clothes. Also no clothes. Ooh la la. So we have fertility, heart chakra, root chakra, and macabre. Like a bar of coke. Like a bar of cocaine. Tasty. Okay. There could be a sense of copying here. Or like trying, yeah, like that misdirection, but it was really trying to misdirect. I feel like this is all come from a sense of trying to show yourself to be someone you're not, trying to misdirect who you are, like trying to present yourself in a way that isn't true to you. And your answer is be more true to you and then you can ask again. Or be more true to you and then follow the trails. Whether this is to do with like asking another question in a reading or asking another question or the same question in real life somehow. In real life. My readings aren't real life. How dare you myself say that. Okay. There could be a sense of like playfulness that isn't really feeling true to you, or again like there's like a bit of a, I heard nomad. I don't know how to say that, like trickster energy. I feel like it's a simple answer. It is as simple as getting back to the root of what you're really feeling, who you really are, and where all the energies of you come from. This combination makes me think of like, what are you combining to say, or like where is this all coming from? Are you just taking things from other people's books, or are you like trying to build like a creation based off things that you don't really feel are yourself? Or are you trying to formulate an answer or a question or a situation that it just like it's trying to get something, as opposed to just falling into the grace of presence and peace and what the truth is? I feel like I'm just saying the same things and I'm not really getting anywhere. And I feel like that is so relevant here. It's like It's like even if you were to try 100 different things, you may have already tried to have 100 different things in this situation, but like none of them are going to work until they're yours, because I feel like there's some of like a copying or trying to do something someone else's way when that's not feeling right to you, and possibly that being reflected out to others if this is surrounding others, like they're sensing that. So we have Flower Realm and Avians. Flower Realm. It's making me think of the 6th house in astrology, namely because I have my Flora asteroid on my 6th house. Avians via. That's just making me think of emails. Flower. Flower is also now making me think of flavor, which is making me think of YTP, and it's making me think of like like taking and changing what other people have said, but also it's making me think of like an authentic sort of voice. I feel like you've tried this in ways that aren't in alignment with your true self, and now I'm repeating the same thing. I feel like you've tried the same thing and the same thing isn't working, so switch it up. Feel into who you really are and then try again. Okay, if you want to ask another question, go ahead and go back. I don't know why I said that. Do you experience that? I think there's frustration in this pile, because I feel like you're trying. That's the whole point. You're trying. What would happen if you didn't try? That's the key. And why do you think that? Okay, that's your reading. Bye bye. See ya. Love a good quick reading. Love a good lover. Love a good lover. Love a good lover. Love a good. Love good. Luna love good. That could be significant. The moon. Knowings. Also, that's a character who's very much herself, isn't it? She's very like unique and quirky and doesn't hide herself. I don't know, I haven't seen Harry Potter for ages or read the books. Something about "or so I'm told" could also be significant. Again, it's a feeling of like not really going based off what you have been told, but or like based off what you know. It's more like what you've been told. It's like having been told something would work and then it didn't, and then you're surprised that it didn't, because it was like, I feel like you may have had bad advice at some point, like told to you by someone else, and you may have taken that and it didn't work. Something along those lines. I'm getting the feeling like, really? That this is all about trusting yourself and your own authenticity? That's just what I've been saying. I really don't like this energy, I have to say. It's like I'm being like forcefully not myself. That's what it feels like. Okay. Let go. Okay, next reading. That's my authenticity coming through. And with that like click, I feel like it could be something that is triggering to some people, but for others it's like, yeah. Or even just to you, it's like, yeah, but I feel like that's not as relevant. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. Okay, yeah, wash out of here. Okay. Whew. Pile 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14. Number 14, welcome in. I feel like there's something significant in me calling you number 14. I'm going to flip this over. Some of you feel impatient. We have yes. Well, that just could have to do with your reading. It's like getting the ball going. I feel like, no, this is more to do with your own impatience, I feel. We'll see. But that might be triggering to hear, because I also feel like going like, no, I didn't mean it. You might have a fear of other people's reactions. There's a lot of faces in this. They're all smiling though. Well, that one looks a bit evil with, like, he's trying to give a wink, but actually it's coming across as kind of creepy. Same thing with these guys. A lot of these actually feel like they're putting on a smile, but it's not really true. So your simple answer is yes, smiley face. But I also want to say, is this a yes that brings like a truthful smile to your face or not? I wonder how much all these readings flow into one another. I wasn't feeling that at the start, but the later ones definitely do. And so it's making me question the earlier ones. So maybe you're questioning something that you didn't think you would be questioning, but now you are. Maybe this is to do with later in life you're questioning this. Or maybe this is simply to do with something else that I have forgotten, but is to do with later on. I'm getting that phrase, wolf in sheep's clothing. But I'm wanting a reset with this. It's like I'm reading this based off past energies. I don't want to be doing that. So I wonder if you are reading things based off past energies and don't want to be doing that. I think there could be a countdown. Maybe you're feeling a pressure of time. Detachment. I heard something about like a creatrix. Back of the deck is transition. That just made me think, yeah, of time. Time also popping out. But time was at the back. It wasn't actually like it was at the front, not the back of the deck. Someone's watch could be significant. What does your watch say? Oh, that's making me think of that really old thing of like, what does the fox say? And that's making me think of like around the corner. I think something is really close at hand and that's maybe scaring you. Or I heard something along the lines of tipping off. Bobo? Taking care. This could have to do with taking care of a lot of things or about games. I thought of Bobo Bay. Sheep. Bubbles. Sorting hat? Sorting... I don't get this. I feel like I was on a roll with all of the others, but this I don't get. Is that what you're experiencing? Like, that's that same feeling of like, at the start, it was going well, you didn't need to question, but then it's like, things changed and you had to start questioning. Yeah, there's definitely a feeling of like, something felt right, but now you don't know if it does. 24 Zoo Lane. No, 64 Zoo Lane. I feel like going with those lots of smiley faces, quite aptly so. There are a lot of references in this pile, I think. Even that I think is like, why am I saying that? Or, not why am I saying that, just there's a lot of judgment here too. Okay, we have 12, 23. So the number 2 could be significant. 69. I feel like I'm judging every single thing I'm doing. Even then, I wanted to make a sarcastic comment that was quite mean. And the funny thing is, I'm getting all these out, but I'm going to instantly put them back. I'm not actually, though. There could be a sense of not following through with something. My throat did like a... something kind of like got choked in it, but it didn't really make sense, or that didn't sound the same as what happened. There could be a sense of like feeling like you haven't got across what you wanted to, or like, again, like some sense of like intention hasn't been fulfilled or flowed through. But we end on 100, and even 111 wants to come through. So there's a sense of like success that floods through this, and we have a yes. It's just feeling, and 44 is popping through. There's so much divinity flowing through this, like a sense of yes, 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 yes. It's definitely a yes, but there's like, I think your own self is creating more of like a but than there is. I'm wanting to do this in your reading, like maybe a sense of like, what is this? It's not that though. I really feel judgmental here. Ooh, and time, and like I'm rushed. But I actually feel like you're not rushed for time. It's like, or even if there is a time crunch, I feel like you're on top of it, or like you know, I think you know in your mind that there's no need to rush, but you still are. And I also said that thing of like wolf in sheep's clothing, but I didn't actually think about what that would actually mean. It's like it was really hard to comprehend. Again, that same message, like of something hard to comprehend. Cosier. But I think it used to be easy. That's what's fiddling me up. Fiddling me up? That could be significant here. Fiddle, a violin too. Well, now what I'm doing is fiddling. You could be distracting yourself from this. Or there could be others distracting you from this. I'm going to reposition, which I haven't... I think I've done that like once. Maybe pile 4 I did that in, which feels like... Okay, this isn't fully true, but I feel like that was the end for you. It's like the last time you repositioned was when you already had a strong sense of self or a strong sense of confidence in what you were doing. And then things changed, and now you're repositioning for the second time, but or just again. I feel like the second time might be significant. Now you're repositioning the second time, and you're more solid in yourself than you think. That's not the message I was going to say, but I saw that, so I said it. Or maybe then others think. Maybe both. Maybe... No, it's not neither. It's one of those. One or both of those. Yeah, I'm seeing these two characters as ones who could be overlooked. I feel like there's a sense of you maybe getting like that phrase like pretty privilege is coming through, or like others may take you at surface level, and that's actually something you've used to your advantage, where it's like you come out of nowhere maybe, or there's a lot that goes on beyond those eyes of yours. It's a feeling of like you're saying yes delicately, but and it's like that's been taken as an innocence that sheep feels, and that detachment. It's a feeling of like the sheep and detachment makes me think that you're being viewed as nonchalant or not aware. Yeah, not aware of something, but you're very much aware. It could even be like people talking behind your back. Little do they know it's not behind your back. You are very much aware of everything going on. Yeah, you give off an innocent vibe, but yeah, wolf in sheep's clothing. Is that what it means? Because there's a feeling of you're displaying yourself to be a sheep as innocent or what's that word? Unassuming? Possibly that word? It's like you're portrayed, or you come across as less thought out. And we saw definitely in your reading that you have a very strong brain. That brain be moving, that brain be thinking, that brain be braining. Maybe you have a sense of humour too. It's like maybe your childishness comes out, like you're viewed as more childish than maybe what goes on in your head. There's a sense of like you display yourself as quite pristine or put together, or nonchalant or detached, or like you follow the crowd, but it's like you're following the crowd to some degree like for your benefit. So it's not really following the crowd, or it's not aimlessly following the crowd. I'm getting like a phrase of or an example of you being a sheep, but you're herding the other sheep. Like you pretended to be a sheep so that you could get them to all follow you. Now I'm hearing yes, but in a dog's voice. Otto's voice in Spunticular. Germa's dog, who is a YouTuber, streamer. I don't know what to call this. to call this form. And I'm thinking of like a particular Germa video where he's like pretending that he's oh my god, okay, yeah, he's pretending that he's okay, this isn't actually what it is, but what I got from the yeah, which the yes, they could be a band. I think they could be significant. Hysteric, I think maybe that's the only song I know. I don't know. Yeah, the example of the video of Germa that I was thinking of, this isn't true, but I'm saying it for the reading, is that he was pretending to not know what he was on about. Like, trying to pretend to be... No, it was that. He was trying to pretend to be making, like, a laptop or something, and he was doing it really badly and, like, adding, like, salt and... pretending to be all over the place, basically. It's like a double bluff, though. I can't figure it out in my brain to express right now. So you might be like bluffing and then double bluffing, or maybe triple bluffing. Maybe that's why you were so confused and judgmental, because it's like you're judging the bluff and then the double bluff, and then I think there's a harshness to you. I think that comes out at times, and then people are shocked because they thought you would play along, but you didn't. And I think you gain a lot of respect for that. And I think even when that part doesn't come out, it's felt intuitively. Like, you might have more respect than, like, shown to you than those who, like, seemingly have the same demeanor as you, like a sweetness to you, because your seriousness is also felt. Or it's known, but just not, like, at the forefront of people's brains. The brain could be significant here. Brains, Plants vs. Zombies. But it is something around how it's like brains is from the zombies, not from the plants. Which makes me think of those evil eyes watching. And I don't know, I feel like you range, like, how you respond. I feel like some of you even, like, smile at that, and, like, that pisses others off even more. Like, it's like a seemingly being unaware. And it's like people might try and get you to be even more aware, like, by hyping up some sort of negativity, because they want a reaction, or they want to see you something, but you still feel fine, or you're not really playing into that. It's like that sense of detachment is what people are triggered by. Okay, that is what I'm going to end your reading on. So it's a yes, but it's maybe a bit of an evil yes in other people's eyes, but to you it's a sturdy yes. Yeah, there's a sense of, like, honing in on yourself here. And I'm feeling like an admiration, like a really strong admiration by those in spirit and in physical who respect you and the way that you have handled things in particular, or handle life in general. I feel like this is more of a particular situation, but I guess apply that as it fits for you, as you know that this is about. Okay. There could also be something about fashion. I feel like mentioning that. I did kind of say that. Like, did I say pretty privileged? I think I did. Yeah. fashion, thumbs up. Okay, bye-bye. I think the later piles are full stop. 88 are powerful, that's what they are. And 44, which is half. Would you take a good look at that for me? Not for you, but for me. I feel like that might be what other people are doing. Like, look at this, but not for you, for me. But that's for them. It's like they're doing what they want to do, and you're being called to do the same. But not the same as in theirs, but your own. I think it's not even a calling. I kind of feel like getting angry at that. Because it feels like what you're doing and what you're getting respect for doing. I feel like covering up these holes. Maybe there is like a feeling of like having been through a lot, or this having taken a toll on you, and maybe wanting to hide certain wounds that like these gunshots have taken in you. And there's a small message there of these are gunshots, it's okay to be hurt by that. And like the more you bring awareness to it, the more you're able to bring healing to it. It's like you can't patch up the wound if you're not first accepting that it's there. Whee! Okay, bye-bye. What pile are we on now? I'm not going to count in twos this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Welcome in, pile 15. What is your card? It didn't flip over the first time. Or the second time, but I didn't try the second time. It's like I wanted it not to work. That second time was definitely my fault. Okay, that third time I felt like I really tried. Did I really though? No. Okay, so your answer is no, full stop. I'm wanting to put this right in the center. There's something about the truth being the center, or your truth being center stage, or saying no and not just saying no, but standing on that, or feeling a sense of closure. Appetite could be significant here. We have ancient Egypt. Oh, appetite, the crystal also. I'm actually going to look up some meaning of that because I can't think of what it is. So we have Egypt. I kind of want to put it in different ways. Also, hair could be significant here. I heard hair like the crazy is what I was about to say. Hair, the thing on your head. What else way is there to say that? But then I heard the animal. We'll get an animal card in a moment. But with those like things I said a couple times then, it's like, it's not this, it's this. I think your answer is it's something similar, but it's not quite this. But there's still a strong sense of saying no to this. Like, it's important that this is a no. Yeah, it's important that this is a no, because it means something very special to you. There's something significant about this. It's not also just for you. This feels like it affects so many. Like a planetary kind of thing. This could have to do with that which you are perceived to be, or something about like your heritage could be important. I'm seeing Hadarians as like that you're being perceived as that. I'm also wanting to say I don't know why, but maybe you're asking somewhat of like a why, and that's not important. I think maybe in like trying to understand why something, that is not enabling you, or like you're waiting to get the answer before you just see the truth. Like, first accept what is, for example, that someone is seeing you in a loving light, and then you can get at the why. It doesn't have to be that someone is seeing you in a loving light, though that could apply for a lot of you. Appetite, let's look up that. Appetite? Crystal. Meaning. Mean, that could be significant. And I'm hearing that in 2 words. There's a lot of like, it's the same thing. It's like you're getting the same thing, but it's just not this one. It's like you're getting the word mean, but it's not the angry one. It's the like the average type. Okay. Appetite is known. Whoa, I could not read that. Appetite is known. Okay. No. What is this energy? I feel like you're a bit here, there, and everywhere. Or like you haven't decided on something, or you can't accept something. I think that's more like it. You can't accept something, or you're finding it difficult to really accept something. Okay, appetite is known as a stone of manifestation, inspiration, and personal growth, deeply connected to stimulating intellect and clear communication, fostering self-insight, creativity, and motivation. You know what I'm kind of getting? Oh, often used to clear apathy and confusion. Oh, that's good. Yeah, it feels like there's confusion here. What I'm getting more is looking at the crystal itself as opposed to the meaning. I just typed in crystal. I did that earlier. I typed in tree spiritual meaning instead of like the specific type of tree. I can't see the meaning of that here. I think you think something is too good to be true. I almost feel like you're like pretending that you're choosing the right one when you know you're picking the wrong one because you don't fully know what is yours. I also feel like there needs to be a lot of cleansing. It's like, I wouldn't be surprised if you've come from either like the process feelings then try again pile, or one of the others that are like, were kind of like elusive or something like that. I don't know, I just really feel like a cleanse is needed. You may have like also like been up really late, like you may be loose on sleep, lacking sleep, or you've been at something for a long time and you're just tired. It's a feeling of like you're continuing to use your mind to look, but it's like you're looking for something that's like you're looking like underground for something that's in plain sight. Yes, that's it. That feels so significant. The back of the deck now is Spirit Guide Me, which feels like, again, that sense of like you're looking for yourself, but you're right there. Like you're looking for the truth, and it's never left you. It was very clear from the beginning, something like that. Let's get an animal card. I feel like you're a bit fed up. Some of you may have also been watching a lot of readings, or you may have come from a lot of the different piles and you're just tired. I feel like suggesting, if you don't want to be watching this, leave. Don't wait till the end. And that's a message for all of you, regardless if this is on about the reading or not. Don't wait for extra confirmation to follow what feels right to you. Just do it. We have Turtle, which feels like going with the flow, and Lemur. Yeah, it's a feeling of like something is elusive, but I don't think it is. Okay, it's the feeling of like you're looking for what is already there, because Turtle is making me think of like being in the slipstream and all the while whoa, words hard here. And that stone was about communication. You're in the slipstream, you're in the like fast moving water, but you're looking for the fast moving water, but you're in it. It's like you can't really find it when you're in it. It's like trying to view source, or like get a grasp on something that is like in its essence is ungraspable. But it's like a feeling of You really can comprehend it. Some of you can't, but I think most of you can. It's just seeing that which was always there. Let's look up Lima spiritual meaning too. I feel like I'm not feeling strongly about that. There's something about ease to be said here. Okay, so Lima spiritual meaning centers on heightened intuition, social connection, playfulness, and navigating transitions with grace. I feel like that's the significant the significant part. Navigating transitions with grace. This feels all like a sense of really trusting your own way of navigating through life, trusting your own knowings, trusting what feels hidden in plain sight to you. Because it might not be to others. I think that could be significant. Like something that maybe like others have passed by the area of, or like they've checked those rooms and they couldn't find anything, but you enter the room and you immediately see it. But you're thinking like, that can't be it, right? Because like 10 people just went in that room and none of them said they found it. But it's literally in the center of the room. Surely I'm wrong. But this is a feeling of trusting yourself and what you're seeing. Not being gaslit out of what you know to be true. Or just what you think to be true. It doesn't have to be a solid knowing, but you're being called to ground your own intuition here. Something about cycles too, or like in-betweens could be significant, but I feel like it's not a call to focus on the in-between. It's a call to focus on like where you're currently at, like yourself, your own movement, your own flow, your own sense of not being in between any one or two places or several places, but your own presence. I heard presence of heart. Yeah, okay, that's it for your mini reading. Bye-bye pile number 14, question mark? Your pile, the number of your pile, goodbye. I keep forgetting the pile numbers. That's okay, I kind of like it. Oh, clovers or dragonflies or grasshoppers could also be significant, or orcas for your pile. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, that was 15. 16. I think I need to double check. I'm not going to though. Welcome in, pile 16. There could be something about needing to, or feeling like you need to double check, but I'm not going to. So there's a sense of not actually. You might need to release some doubts. That could be significant here. So let's see what you chose. We have the yes. Oh, this is my favorite card of the deck. The little mini deck. I want to use this also, like my favorite deck. Whoa, it's so big in the zoomed down camera. Ah, this is like a yes you've long hoped for, or something that takes you by surprise, but it's like you had also prepped for it. This could have to do with a sense of Weaver of Worlds. That just made me think of that. I think this has to do with connecting to your own sense of destiny. And I feel like this is a destiny you've chosen for yourself. It's a feeling of like, I'm deciding that I'm meant for this because I love this. I want it to be meant for me. I've created this to be meant for me. I think there's something that you really put a lot of love into, and you're seeing, or you're about to see, the rewards of it, and it just feels just as sweet as you would have guessed. There's something about a favorite here, something so true to you, so like a feeling that you had forgotten but that you're remembering, that is your favorite. I think I'm going to want to reiterate that word so much. I kind of want you to say it. Favorite, favorite, favorite. And ordinarily I might like joke around in this energy more, but I'm not really feeling like that, even though it's like your energy does have a sense of like, I guess vulnerability or like truthfulness. It's childlike energy. I think this is so you connecting to your inner child, but it's like I'm not wanting to joke around, maybe because that feels too harsh. This feels so gentle, so like delicate in your heart or your soul. It feels so special to you. I almost would want to like create a sacred intention surrounding just this reading, and I kind of just did. Like surrounding this pile. I mean, not the reading itself. All the I was gonna say like all the motherfuckers in the other piles can be from anywhere, but you guys, you're special. Yeah, there's like a sacred haven here. It's like anything goes, because it's already been decided that not everything can go or be here. Only that which you really have like checked off. Like, what's that, like ticked off on or signed off on? There could be something around signing here. It's something that you always dreamt of, or this is just like a dream come true, or this is saying yes to following your dreams, or yes, what you see is true. This is like a yes to your intuition, yes to what you knew was true. I don't think that you could have been told no about this. I think that there's something that just so flows. I don't think that this is something that you could question, really. Not for long, at least. Because it just feels so written into what you love. It's a... Okay. I can see, because of how delicate this feels. It could still be in its beginning stages, or there could have been a sense of, like, having forgotten this. Like, I did also say a sense of, like, maybe surprise, something like that. There's such a difference in energy here. I feel like there were like a trail of a few other readings that felt like they like trailed into one another. But this one, it feels like the first one in a while that just, you're completely in your own element. You're completely like separated from anything that was causing you like discomfort. There's a feeling of complete safety, and you're just where you're meant to be. If not now, it's like you see it and it's a confirmation of that truth. There's a feeling of like groundedness that this has too, though. It's like this peanut butter card on the right. This is the Namaste peanut butter. There's a peace, but also a sense of like grounded premonition. Like it's yes in the higher realm, but it's also in the lower realm. But also it's fluid while being solid. It feels like this is everything. Yes, because this is you, or yes, because this is what you love. Yes, because you wouldn't have it any other way. Okay, yeah, that's your reading. It's simple. It's just you, and I love you very much. You have a lovely energy. This was a lovely reading. I'm imbuing all the energy from this reading into you. It's so special. You're so special. Yeah, there's like a back and forth here too. Oh, so much love. I love this. There's someone also, I feel like, okay, extra message. Someone really sees you. Oh, okay, someone is coming through here. This could even be your higher self. I think this is someone else though. This could even be someone, I think this is someone who's protecting you. Yeah, because I said about that sense of like protecting the space, or like there's like a sacred barrier. I don't know which words I said now, but you are so protected, both spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally, psychically. In all ways, you feel so taken care of. And there's something to be said about like your allowance of that, because everyone has that that potential is what I want to say, and you have a sense of grounding that. You have a sense of allowing your ancestors to guide you, or those that you consider to be your home, there's also so much about like your future being protected, or your ideas or your inventions or your, it's like your own loves, your own you, like the special part of you. Which is interesting that I'm saying like the part of you, it's not like you in your entirety, it's like the thing that you deem as so precious, that part of you. This could also be your loved ones that's saying like they are safe, or your connection with someone is protected. There's just something so lovely about all of this. Yeah, so much love, and I want to say so much like this is yours, and it can't be taken away from you. It's yours. It's like, why wouldn't it be? Like, why this is simple. This is love. This is in its element. So why wouldn't it be in its element? Why wouldn't it just be pure in itself? I don't know what else to say about this. This just feels perfect. Okay, there we go. Love you. See you in another if I do. Please, I'm begging you. Come see me again. Come visit me. I think that's the first time I've ever in all of my readings begged someone to stay. Okay. Second to final card. Bye bye. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17. Whew, okay. Recalibrate. Welcome in. Pile 17. Second before last. You have the no smiley face / elusive face. And it could also be more like on. If on or of feels more significant, of, that could be more than on. I mean, no. Okay, let's get more on this. I kind of want to read, like, I want to grab all the above. Why not? Why won't I do that? I just need to remember that there's 18 cards, that's all. I'm gonna get all these and get another one of these for you. And I also want to upload my current video in your video. I don't know why, but I'm going to. It's finished. What do you call that? I forgot. Processing. So let's get the mousey. Yeah, it's like I want you to see this. There's something that wants to be known, wants to be seen, wants to be clarified, and it's like there is like a missing piece that you're being asked to fill, or like there's a missing piece that will be filled. There's a sense that this reading wants to really clarify something for you, which is interesting because it feels like shouldn't most readings be like that, but it's like, no, there's something particular about this, about clarifying. Okay, so I don't know what this is about, but I'm gonna unprivate and public my video. The one before this one, I would presume. There we go, it's public. There's something like a feeling of bigness that is really small and simple and fresh or refreshing. I think you could be somewhere new. Interesting. We're getting now a yes, 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 and no. It's like your yeses are sandwiched between two no's. Okay. Okay. If you have... Okay, I'm gonna say this is loads of different options. And we're gonna get a reading on each of them. If you don't feel like that applies, then maybe you want to leave now. That feels like a weird way to say that. Wrong question. Yeah, if you don't feel like... Okay, maybe not if you don't feel like it applies. I'm confused, but I'm going to say wrong question is significant for you. You can take that as you want to. Maybe I'll understand it in a bit. But for now, I'm going to say there's 5 things and I'm going to read on 5 different scenarios or 5 different energies. So I'll get a rune for each first. Are you maybe distracted by something or like waiting on something? Which is interesting that I'm saying that, because I actually feel the opposite. Like I feel like you've just come into something and you're just sitting with it. It feels really nice. It feels like you could be in this forever. Okay, this fourth option is really hard to get at. And hahaaa is interesting. It's quite destructive, or very maybe appearing to be better than it is, or no, it's that. Okay, this one is really hard to admit to. 4. It's like I really want to be like watching my back, or like I don't want to say that this is bad because I feel like I'll be haunted. I feel like it will attack me if I say it's bad. That's what that 4th yes is. Okay, and the last no is Uruz. Thuri says, I mean, not Uruz. Thuri says protection. It worked the first time, but then it's like I can't get it back to the way it was. I feel like, okay, this could also be the same thing, but it's how it's changed, how it progressed. So either this is 5 options, I would say, or one thing that has taken different energies. So at first there's something that you can't understand. It's like that missing piece, something that might be elusive or confusing, or just not showing its full self. Maybe only showing the no part of itself. It's like, it could even be like a sad face, or like an anger, or a incompatibility that wasn't showing the compatibility part. The truth is Gebor. So there's a sense that like a gift could have been held back from you. It's like that, like there's a sense of this being a blessing. Like something wasn't given to you or wasn't made aware to you. It's like you had an awareness of it. It's not like there was no rune. It's like we saw the rune. You knew something was there. You knew something was missing because there were also 2 eyes, but you couldn't see the face it was making. Like the missing piece wasn't apparent. You didn't fully get the picture yet. And you knew that. So that's what first happened. And then there's a sense of yes, but yeah, no, it's not a but. It's a yes and doors opening in every direction. There could be a sense of meeting new people, or that this yes just brings a lot of change to your life. This is the word rune, which is a feeling of going in any direction. But I'm wanting to say more of like a sense of tethers. Like you needed to be more in the unknown in order for you to like attach from the center. It's like, had you seen the gift, had you seen the truth from the start, it feels like you wouldn't have been able to like ground yourself in the core of yourself. It's more like you would have been tethered to this one thing, as opposed to like the expanse of all that could be, which is like the center of yourself. Okay, I'm not reading this like they're different people. I'm just saying this in progressing. You can take it as different options if you want, but I'm not saying that that's it anymore. Which again kind of feels like that sense of like having come from like it being seen as one thing and then changing it. I'm gonna now cross off my YouTube studio. There we go. Don't need that open. And my Spotify. So now it feels like in the center, in the middle, or I guess this third option, if that's the thing for you, there's a feeling of camaraderie and community and being so connected to all that you were once missing, is what that feels like. And with this, there's a sense of celebration and yeah, I guess just celebration, I'm gonna say. And I think that is what then brings maybe jealousy, or the feeling of like maybe like this illumination in the center, highlighting that which was built on rocky grounds that I think for the majority of you would have had suspicions around or fears surrounding. It's like my vision went straight to that. at the start. It's like it's like all the rest was obvious, but this is like, okay, that is what I'm afraid of, or that is what I'm focused on. I almost feel like that could have been the answer to a question you were asking. It could have even been, is this person trustworthy? And the answer was no. And they are coming up in this place as like it's a no, that they're not trustworthy because of like a presentation that they're displaying themselves to be. Yet it's like they would have an animosity towards certain like parts of you, or like it's something of like your own peace or your own celebration is very triggering for certain people, or just this celebration kind of creates your own feelings of like self-defeat or feeling down. There's a sense of like fearing, how do I want to get a card on that. I'm a little confusion. 9, but it's actually a 6. Something might have been displaying itself as more than it was, and that will be illuminated further down the road, like the fourth trial. After the sense of connection and celebration, that is when there could be revealings of that which was ready to leave. Let's say it that way. 111. There's a divinity surrounding this. I think this is maybe what all this was based off. And the final card is no, because I feel like that's another sense of no towards this. It's like all the yeses, it's like the yeses are towards your own sense of trust, and the no's feel like, this final no feels like, no, this can't affect you, or no, this isn't like a reflection of your own trustworthiness or your own sense of compassion or your own love. You're allowed to express and feel and experience the way that you do, and it's okay for you to celebrate, or it's okay for you to connect with others, or it's okay for you to receive. It feels like there's something so strong about your connectivity here, and I think that there could be old connections that resurface or that get brought to a head with certain other connections forming, or like taking up levels or changing. I feel like I want to say more strongly forming. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna end your reading there. Okay, bye bye, pile number 17. Ding ding ding. Let's give it. Let's put this guy in front. Could be something about like putting your favorite on display to remind you of that which you love, or just being able to focus on that which you love. Okay, welcome in number 18, the final one. I wanted to say of all 3. Oh, there could be a sense of final of all 3. Okay, so we have maybe. I love that that's the final card. It feels like to be continued. That's what this feels like. And interesting, I'm putting it on the right. I haven't done that with any of the others. There's something like interestingly special about your pile. I'm not sure what it is yet. I feel like you're really connected with this is like maybe seraphims. It's like angelic feeling that isn't quite angels. It's giving like a cross between an angel and a mantid, and a mantid. The letter N could be significant. So why is this a maybe, I wonder? Between. I'm wanting to put it here. It's like, it might be a maybe because you're working backwards instead of forwards. Like that's what you're being called to. Or maybe that's just what you're doing. Working backwards instead of forward. I feel like you're called to work forwards, but the way that this has been laid out is backwards. Yeah, interesting. Look, we have future on the left. It's like you began at the future, but like unintentionally. Okay, there's something weird about your own perspective on this. Okay. I feel like you've been piecing together a lot of things. I need to go and get my crystal. One sec. There's one I'm seeing for you. Where are you? Okay. There could be something significant about... what is it? Like something that's ordinarily beloved, but has caused pain. And before I got that crystal, I saw tiger's eye. Tiger's eye could be really helpful for you. I'm wanting to say to calm your nerves, which is interesting because I wasn't really like picking up on lots of that, but that's definitely something for you. And now I'm like sat up on edge. Maybe. Why is it a maybe? Why, dear child, why? Ooh, we have Wonka, but upside down. Yet there's something about time here. Mr. Willy Wonka. Okay, and with that we'll get a character card from over there. Phoenix Bird. Yeah, Phoenix Bird is also a combo of a bird and a phoenix. I don't know what to say about that. It's like the angel but mantid kind of thing. Are you feeling a bit restless? Or like you don't really know what your purpose is? I think that you're in between goals, or in between... Okay, I need to really zoom out with you because I think what this is far more like out there or far more perplexing. The word nuanced is coming to mind. Koro sensei. Yeah, you're on a mission of sorts. I think you just might not have like realized what that mission is yet. Or you see the goal of the mission, but you don't fully align with it. You're still letting go of that which hindered you. There's something strong about having already known what you were going to do before doing it, and yet you're still figuring it out. It's like you knew exactly what it was, but then somewhere along the lines maybe it changed. It's giving a bit of a feeling of like it wasn't maybe until you made it a maybe. You were sure until you became unsure. It's also a feeling of like, this is something you should have dreaded, quote unquote should have, but it's like that only came like moments before it happened. Or again, it's the same feeling of like, it's like something was right the first time, or like something was made... what is this? I think the more you zoom in, the harder it is to understand. I think when you tap back into like the idea or like the higher concept, it's calling for a bird's eye view, like Sagittarius over Gemini, Pisces over Virgo. I'm wanting to like get stuff, but I think everything's already here. I think that's your energy. It's like you're trying to create, but it's like you're trying to create an understanding, or trying to choose what to create. You're trying to choose, but you had already chosen before. Yeah, okay, that's your reading. That's surprisingly quick. I thought this was gonna really need more, but I think that's it. It's quite simple. You already had the answer. Okay, gotcha. Bye bye. I love you. I think I might do a collective at the end, because I feel like, I don't know, celebrating, or maybe this is just your energy, but I feel like it's not. I love those two crystals. Yeah, this will be fun. Just you wait and see. I almost fell over then. Okay. Welcome in, collective. I'm very excited for this. I didn't think I'd be doing this. Okay, so here's for the mystery, yes or no's. This is way too exciting. It's a no! And at the back of the deck is both. You and I are both Mr. Mingles. What is that? Mr. Mingles. That just might be a character name of mine, but maybe it's not. Oh, right, that's Misty Mingles. Okay. Okay, we'll use an Aina deck. That's a place name in my creation. I feel like there are only going to be really a few specials in this little collective. I want to move these all to the right. Oh, this feels like staying up past your bedtime when you're really young. For me, it's giving an image of like with my brother. Siblings could be significant here. I haven't even like said more about the no. This is just like a happy energy. Happiness floods through. Whee! Moglot. The letter M could also be significant. Oh, and we have Mika. I was seeing Mika before. I love that. There could be something about like dating someone before, because I heard that like I was seeing them before, but I was seeing it like not just like with my eyes I see you, but like that societal term that many would use. Oh, that's causing a shadow. Let's not put that there. I don't want a shadow. Without a shadow of a doubt, I can just put it in the reading. That would be a wonderful thing, would it not? Let's get an animal card to put on top of Moglot. I love Moglot. He's a deflated being. Deflated. He's grey, but it's only from malnourishment. He's from like a really hot place. And Mika is giving tropical vibes too. But I feel like I should make Moglot have like really warm clothes on. Like wear puffer jackets or something. Furry puffer jackets. There is a sense of like following that which is warm. Or maybe like an unexpected visitor. Oh, this so has that. And that kind of made me feel a bit like the siblings energy I mentioned, like with my brother. An unexpected visitor. Oh, and seeing someone, like you used to see someone. Oh, why did my phone go all dark? Why has my phone gone all dark? Oh no, battery! I should check battery. Oh no, quick! That's scary. Could it be the battery? I don't know. Why would the phone suddenly go dark? And we're saved. It brightened up then too. Woo! Okay, because of that though, I saw 4444, and also then I saw 4455. Oh no, that was gonna be the end of the world. Okay. Yeah, that kind of feels like Vulture and Mogwart together somehow. The end of the world. The end of the world that you once knew. The end of... the end of being malnourished. The end of, like, eating, like, the dead. There's something about, like, malnourishment here, because Vulture too is like, it feeds off the dead, but I'm not seeing that in a way where it's like the dead is its nourishment. I'm more seeing it like, hey, that's not a healthy diet. So diet could be significant here. That which you consume is what I'm wanting to say, be that physical or more energetical. Energetic? Is it just energetic? That sounds so wrong right now. Yeah, and Mika feels like the fullness. It feels like she doesn't need to eat, and that she just gains all her energy through her connection to her planet. I feel like that's it. There's a sense of returning to where you feel most inspired by, what feeds you, what feeds your soul, what feeds your body, what feeds your heart, what feeds your mind, what feeds your life. For some of you, it could be helpful to see what you like to feed others with, and then feeding yourself with that, if that applies. I want to know why I've used the word applicable. Applies is different, which feels significant for this. It's like, it's not the same. This is the renewed version. This is the fresher version. But, and simplified too, simplified. I want to say that word again, fresher version, fresher version, fresh. But still, why applicable? It's a good word. I haven't mentioned that. It is a good word. Not debatable. Not debatably. I want to get another character card. Cards! Use them all. I can't wait to have a new character card. I feel like I don't want that guy. We had him already. choosing myself. Yay! I love her. Suyo. Yeah, something I was saying. I wanted a new card, because I feel like I've had this set for a while now. We have Yui, Clara, Koro-sensei, Rapunzel. Oh, I forgot her name. Kanna, Raido-kun, Draluk. I love Draluk. This is such like a random pile at the end. Not so specific to messages, but I think there'll be a message from this. Cecilia, Aharen, Himamori Luna. What's this guy's name? I forgot. Oboro. The blank card. I love a good blank card. Shisan. What's his name? I wanted to say Katsura. I need a Katsura card. I can't believe I haven't had him. Okay, so there's something in like having been led, but then changing that to what you want to lead yourself to. Because I feel like these aren't like my favorite characters. These are just kind of the ones I felt like in the moment. Like Oboro is definitely not like one of my top like 20 favorites. Loads of these aren't, but they're the ones that I wanted in the moment. So there could just be that, actually, like following your own sense of what feeds you in the moment, as opposed to perhaps like an ideal, or like a set regimen, or something about like using your own feelings more for what feeds you, and maybe how you feed too. I forgot his name. Eugene Flynn Rider, that's it. Then Hakase, then Kaima, then John Maru, then Captain Jack Sparrow, then Tanaka-kun, then Lifeline, then Alpha, then Bosun. There's more than I thought. That's kind of cool. There could be something about that too. Like you have more energy than you thought surrounding this, or with a renewed sense of nourishment. Hikari. Oh my god, I'm blanking. I can't believe I'm blanking on Kanata. Roger. And Yui. Yuiga. I want Bosun to be at the top. Yeah, there's a feeling of like being your own salvation from Hima-sama. And finding your own nourishment. Finding your own sense of comfort. What feels good to you. Also like high value, like the best of the best. Or the best of what's available, or the best of what you feel fits for you. Maybe saying no to certain things that you know aren't serving you. Certain things that maybe used to work but no longer do, or just something that doesn't work really for you in particular. Okay. It's like a no that makes you happy, that brings you sunshine and vitality. Okay, wonderful mystery pile. Bye-bye. This has been a joy. I want to like end it on moving this up. Woohee, you can see stuff around. And back down again. Okay, bye-bye. Love you.